passive abilities. I brought it up in stream, I've been thinking about it. This game's not very balanced. There's a lot of work they need to do with the balancing field of things. So, here's my concept. This is all made by me, by the way. This is just something I came up with. And it's just a fun little concept. Passive abilities. Every character has an ultimate ability, which is unique to them. But then every class has a unique passive ability, which has something to do with that specific type of class. I don't want this video to go on for too long, but long story short, passive ability is an ability that stays on the player throughout the whole game. It's just a little thing in the background that gives them a little permanent boost throughout the match. So mortals would have passive abilities more to survivability, and monsters would have passives more towards hunting, or PvP, combat. So I've put here like examples of the characters, but I've said that the passive ability could relate to all support mortals, balance mortals, speed mortals, and power mortals. Same with the monsters, as you'll see soon. So pretty much the whole class could have this passive ability, or each character could have a unique passive ability. So for the support mortals, I had the passive ability Healer. So every time Beersword, the support mortal, gathers 10 shards, a random non-support ally is healed 2 health. Next we've got the balance mortals. So I put Detective Evans, but this could relate to balance mortals. So it's called Survivor. So when they are below or at 50 health, all incoming damage is reduced by 15%. And this could relate to all balance mortals, or it could relate to simply specific mortals. So Nixon might have a different one to Detective Evans. Nixon might be more towards collecting shards or something. For the speed type, I struggled with speed type. I went with Athletic. Not the most useful one, but it can be, depending on who's attacking. So long story short, the speed mortal gains a slight speed boost for 2 seconds if hit with an attack that dealt 80 damage or more. And this could relate to all speed mortals. Not the most useful probably, but it could still be useful. And last but not least, we've got the power types. So Vince and Borisov could have Toughen Up. So Vince or Borisov receive a 20 damage add-on to their next attack if an ally close to them was damaged. The enemy used a distortion effect. So what that means, a distortion effect is like corruption, slowness, drainage. Those are stun. Those are all distortion effects. Or if Vince's or Borisov's ultimate wore off, their next attack would have a 20 damage add-on. So that's my things for the mortals. Again, each mortal could have their own unique one. But next up, let's see monsters. Monsters is a bit more fun. So I know you're saying some of those might technically be overpowered to the monster, so that's why monsters would also get passive abilities. So the speed monsters could get Stalker, this is my concept. So the speed type deals 10% more damage to the toughest enemy. Speed types don't do a lot of damage, and they can definitely struggle when facing tougher players, especially facing power types. They can struggle a lot. So giving them that 10% damage boost against tough enemies, I think would be pretty fun. This wouldn't relate to Agatha's ultimate, by the way. Her ultimate would not deal 110 damage, that's not fair. So for balanced monsters, I was thinking they could have a pretty unique one. Hunter, I called it. So anytime the balanced monster kills an enemy, they gain a 5-second speed boost, and their first hit on the next enemy will deal 20% more damage. I personally thought this was also pretty cool. And this could relate to all balanced monsters. This could be a specific to a certain balanced monster. And last but not least, we've got the power type. So Brute, Malik, and Gold Watcher. And I've got an interesting one for them called Juggernaut. This one might need a bit of tweaking. This one might technically be a bit overpowered. But the power monster has a permanent 5% damage reduction after killing an enemy. And they get a max of 4 stacks, so they can have a max of 20% damage reduction. Maybe they could tweak it to 3%, so they would have a max of 12% damage reduction. I feel like that'd be a bit more fair. But yeah, but if the power monster dies, they lose all of their stacks. So then you'll need to kill So if you kill 2 people, you've got 10% or 6% damage reduction, but then you die to a boss or something. When you respawn, you're back. You have to kill people to get more damage reduction back. And there we go, guys. That is my concept of passive abilities. Quick video, but I know my videos can stretch on for a while, so that's why I'm making it a bit quick. I hope, please put your concepts in the comments and put your opinions on passive ability. This is just a fun concept I made up. Not gonna happen, probably, ever. Who knows. Let me know what your opinions are on passive abilities, and if you think they would maybe make the game a little bit more fair for each side, because sometimes you've got mortals who are more powerful than monsters, and then you've got monsters who are more powerful than mortals. It's really weird. So I feel like this would help definitely balance it out a bit. So the weaker classes have got better survivability, pretty much. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you again for the support on the 1v1 series, and of course, have a great day, guys.